welcome to Scope, where the beakers are bubbling because we're cooking up an episode all about chemical science. From medicine to materials and everything in between, chemistry can help us learn more about the elements that make up all things so we can use them in new ways.
Oil spills can have a devastating effect on our waterways. They can contaminate habitats and even cause harm to plants and animals.
But now, we've cooked up a solution to help minimize the damage.
We're using this sustainable substance to safely remove oil from water.
This material is made entirely from recycled waste. It contains used cooking oil, which you'd find at places like the local fish and chip shop, and sulfur, which is a byproduct of the petroleum industry.
Making this material is surprisingly simple.
We heat the canola oil, give it a stir, and then add the sulfur. Then, as the ingredients begin to react, we add some salt and the mixture eventually forms into a solid rubber. We can then grind it into a powder and wash it with water to remove the salt.
From here, the polymer can be added directly to the oil spill to separate the oil from the water.
So how does it work exactly?
Well, the material is what's known as hydrophobic, which means it prefers to interact with oil rather than water. That means when we place it on water and oil, it sticks to the oil and absorbs it in seconds, exactly like a sponge.
In fact, it does this so well, it can bind double its mass in crude oil.
But that's not all it can do.
The polymer particles also combine with the oil to form a gel. That makes it really easy to recover the oil by simply scooping it out of the water with a net.
We can use the material in its current form, or we can pack it into a filter.
When this happens, the oil-water mixture can be poured or pumped through the polymer particles. As this happens, the oil sticks to the hydrophobic polymer and the water passes through. Because the polymer is an elastic rubber, it can also be squeezed like a sponge to remove the oil, which allows the oil and the polymer to be reused again and again.
This is a pretty effective technique, so now we're hoping to develop a specialised filter that can be attached to the back of a boat.
The oil could be pumped through the filter and the purified water returned to the port or sea. Then a mechanism could be used to compress the polymer and recover the oil into a container like a barrel.
At this stage, we're still working out the best way to use this material.
But hopefully, it won't be too long before we see this inexpensive and sustainable material cleaning up oil spills around the world.